The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go!
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a throw here to his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Our first carry for the rookie from LSU, Ty Davis-Price. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket.
Touchdown! Danny Gray with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Here we go. Here we go. Number 38.
On first down, Lance. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 44-yard line.
52 blaster. Hill.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 3rd and long. It's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Runs over him. Oh, he sheds himself free. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow, line.
Now a give, right side. Hawkins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 15. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Although he's picked in the 3rd round, Desmond Ridder is actually the 2nd quarterback drafted in 2022. Might not have that 1st round label, but we saw him make plenty of 1st round throws while at the University of Cincinnati. He's a quick thinker, reads defense as well, and with all he led the Bearcats to, the Falcons also know they picked up a proof.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. Koo now for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
And where did this kid come from last season? Overlooked leading up to the year, he then goes for nearly 1,000 yards in just 11 games. He's a top 10 rusher as a rookie and should be a centerpiece of San Francisco's offense moving forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. And now they'll throw with Lance. Rolling to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lance to throw it. Finding Gray going across the field. Touchdown, 49ers! Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL, and I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Shot 17. Ready?
1st and 10, it's Patterson. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into the hands of London. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As we watch London get that first down, it seems almost unfair about what he can do on a field. Here's a guy who's 6'4", loves to play over the rim and dunk on defenders, and can work out the slot as well as outside the numbers. That's a big reason why he went 8th overall as the first receiver taken in a loaded class.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. Got a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Shotgun now for Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. So no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second and 10. They're going to look to throw. Another completion right back to Patterson. Room here to run. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. They'll look to throw. This is complete to Hawkins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away. Koo knocks this one through the post, and with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Gold to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Niners 28, Falcons 24. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Ready, set.
2nd and 16.
Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
And cycle. Red, cycle. Ready?
2nd and 11. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling this flag on that one.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Desmond Ridder, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Charlie Werner, the tight end, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On play action, Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And Lance going to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Lance looks to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
49ers 35.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got his man. It's London. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Handoff, running left, Patterson. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
Let's go now. Black block. 52 plastic.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing his Lance on third down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 31 yards. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise. And I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coach,
he's got a man complete. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 70 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Shot 17.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is of all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.